Yo, what up? I went online and I got these little leather boots. This is the one that goes over the emergency brake right here. And this one came with it. This is the part that goes over the automatic shifter right here. And I know I've mentioned it before, but this car was underwater. So this has been ripped up. So realistically, I was just looking for another one of these, and it just happened to come with the other piece that's going to go there. So I paid $21 for this on Amazon, and some of them had the M stitching and all, but I didn't want all that. Just plain old black for this car. It's not an M. It does not come attached to the pieces that hold it together here. So I don't know what I'm doing, no instructions, but let's figure this out. Let's put brand new leather on because that's old and hard from being underwater and shrunk a little. This one's ripped. So let's put new ones on. First thing I'm going to do is go to this one here because this is the one that I really wanted to replace anyway. You squeeze in the back right here. You can pull it off. It's as simple as that. And when you flip it inside out, you keep on pulling on it, eventually you'll get to it as a tie wrap on there, and you can cut the tie wrap off. There it is right there. It's not attached on mine because it was ripped. Plus I got a different knob on there at the moment. So, I'm guessing I have to get this plastic clip off of here and mount it to my new one so I can put a brand new little boot on here. Get it looking better. Let's see what I got to do. Well, after taking a look at this for a second, I really don't know. I think this is glued on there. It's pretty stiff in the edges, but I don't see how it really is held on there. So since I really don't care about it that much anyway, I think I'm going to take a razor and cut it off. I done looked at this a little bit, and I don't see how it's held on there. I think it's just glued. So I guess I'm going to take my knife and cut all of that off and see how I can fit this on. Maybe I might have to glue it back on here on this plastic piece so I can clip it back in the car, or maybe I'll sew some stitches around it, or maybe even a long tie wrap around the whole thing. I don't know yet. Let me get this off. Okay, so that was definitely bits of glue right here. So it was definitely glued on there. Wonder if this one that I bought is going to fit right on there. I'm going to have to clean that up a little better, sand it down or something. Does this even wrap around it? This might take a little more time. So obviously not the proper way to go about doing this, but I took a little drill bit and I drilled in the four corners. And even now I ran a string through it, got me some big thread and a needle, and it's still trying to pull apart, but there's no way I could just glue that and it'll hold. So I think what I'm going to do is drill a couple more holes down the side on each side and just sew it on there. That's going to be underneath, so that won't be seen anyway. I think that's going to be the best way to go about doing this. Sometimes you just got to work with, you know, what you got, improvise. So let me drill a couple more holes, run some stitches through there, and we'll see what happens. So I ran a stitch in and out those holes that I drilled right here, and that's going to go on the bottom. That's going to be hidden under where it snaps in. So I think it's going to look nice. It is holding. It's going to keep the leather from popping off. I know that ain't the right way to do it, but I don't know what the right way is, so this is the way I'm doing it. Just got to do this side now. Let's drill some holes. Well, it ain't perfect, but if it snaps into place and all that's hidden underneath, it looks good up here on the top. The bottom, not so much, but that's all underneath the emergency brake. Let's see if I can put it on. So the proper way to do this would be for me to turn this inside out first, so I can get a tie wrap around the back right here. And then I could flip it back over on itself and clip it into place. Let's see if I could even do that, but I need to find a place to set y'all. Probably an awkward angle, but let's see. So this goes on this way. Turn it inside out. Damn, even that's hard. Come on now. Alright, that's finally inside out. This, I know, is already a tight fit. It's not on the bottom. I don't like that I'm doing this, but $20, y'all probably can't see. It's not on the bottom. Look, I could see it right there on the camera. It's not all the way on the bottom. Ooh, that working. Ooh, that worked. May have ripped a little off right there. I am going to pretend it's on there enough. It's a pretty tight fit. Let me pull it one more time. Yeah, much better. Put a tie wrap around that. Can y'all can't see. No, y'all can't see that. There's a groove, goes all the way around right here on the handle, and that's where the tie wrap sits. I think the original tie wrap is a lot smaller than this one though. I may be using too big of a tie wrap. But when I flip this over, got the extra bit of tie wrap off. Now try and fold this back inside out. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. And let's snap it into place. Oh, there it goes. Honestly, it looks a little loose, a little baggy, but it's not ripped up and stuff like the other one was. Well, that's it. There. I can see where the stitch is kind of pulling right there where I had to wrap it around and pull it inside out. I might take a little black Sharpie or something and color it. Y'all can't see that. Color it right there. But turn this camera around so I can see. New boot. Nice and soft. Like I said, a little bit of white right there showing where the stitch is. I might just take a black ink pen and hit those two dots, and this will be beautiful. So much better. Nice and soft. Now to do this one. That's dirt. Now to do this one. So I took a Sharpie and hit those little dots right there so you don't even see it. That looks pretty damn good. Nice and soft. Look at that. Now for this rough one. Look at that. It just snaps in there around that. Got to get this off. Might need my key. Oh, there we go. Got that out. You just get it by yanking it straight out. Pull this up. Undo those wires right there. Get y'all in a better position. As I was saying, undo these wires right here. Now I got this in hand. Looks like it just clips in 4 clips, and this piece will pop out, and I could change it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to break anything, so let me go back over there to my work area. Back over here, everything's a mess, but yeah, it looks like you just push the clips, and yeah, there it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's out. And it looks like this one is glued on too. Where's my new one? In the car. I'm back. This doesn't have... This is not stitched the same. I bet you these two. That looks crooked. You think those 2 lines go to the front or to the back? I bet you they go to the back. This one here is sewed right down the front and back. I bet you these go straight to the back. No, I'm looking at it. It's shorter up there. That's going to go on like that. But this is glued on also, so the only way... Look at that. This is not going to go on the same way. After staring at it for a second, I think I'm going to end up doing the same exact thing, and I'm going to drill holes. This time I'm going to drill more holes, trying to avoid these clips here, and make it sit a little nice and tighter. A little glue on there. Yeah, but I'm going to drill holes in this and wrap it on there, because I ain't got time for glue. So I drilled a whole lot of holes in there. Yeah, you can see them. I drilled a lot of holes in there. I know it's not the proper way to go about it. Probably a whole lot of glue and a heat gun and a lot of time and probably some equipment that I don't have. But I do have sewing needles and thread and drills. So let's make this work. Let's see how this goes on here and looks best. Straightest. I think right there. Let's put the first needle in. And if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't, I'm just improvising. Fake it until you make it. And if you got a better way of doing this, then you do it that way. Or leave it in the comments or something. Maybe somebody will see it and find a better way to go about doing this than what I'm doing. I'm going to cut little notches by the leather right there so that these pieces will snap into place. Y'all see that now? That's going to snap in there better. I just need to cut a notch by each of the pieces. Let's call it a day. Let's put that on the car. Not everything went as planned. Plug those two back in. And this one back in. Slide it together. And we done. Come on. I got it upside down. Can't see it. Yeah, it is the right way. Is that how that's going to look? Hey, that's not bad. Well, there's a new boot, nice and soft, and a new boot on my emergency brake down here. That's better. I like it. I like it. It's better than it was. So in conclusion, I need to learn to film at better angles, including this one. But I have a new boot here and a new boot here, the leather. I looked online for just all black leather like the originally was, but it was very hard to find. It either came in Alcantara suede or with M stitching on it. And I didn't want M stitching on it. I just want plain old black stitching on here. This is not an M car. This is my daily driver. It's just a 330. And I found these for $21. I did see some others for a lot more expensive that were all black, but I think the difference is those came with the little plastic trims already attached to them. I think they even may have been used, and I wasn't about to pay $60, $70 for a used one of these, and it's another $60, $70 for a used one of those. So basically, for $120, I could have got two used ones, and I paid $20. With that said, I like the way this turned out. I'd rather spend $20 than an extra $100 for some used stuff or for pieces that already had the plastic on it. I think this worked out just fine. So, do you.